The corn syrup, they use it, they hide it in the corn syrup too, don't they?
Corn syrup is the worst.
It's the worst. It's in
Kills your
most of the
digestive.
food. It's in most of the food.
Yeah.
Can I say
She
something?
checks it out.
I see this all the time with, friends, relatives. They buy into the sugar-free advertising, and those products have so many toxins that it's better to have little sugar than to have those things. And they're feeding it to kids. Sugar-free Jello, sugar-free snacks, and they add, 20 other chemicals to make the thing taste okay,
Like sugar.
or to make it taste
The
like
classic
sugar.
one is a sweet and low, aspartame. We strongly ask, it is a carcinogen. Matter is not if it's got. They've done a major study. It does create brain syndrome. So let's move on. Before I tell you, a lot of us, we think, okay, let's not have meat, but cheese is okay. Is that right?
No.
No. Cheese, it has more fat than actual meat. No. There is something in the milk that it makes you addict. And God put it there for a reason. You know what? When the mother gives the breast milk, there is something in that milk, in mammals, that his name is casomorphin. Now, casomorphin, they couldn't find out why it's addicted until they find out what happened when milk start to break down. When they start to see the molecule that breaks down in digestion, they call it casomorphin because it looks very much like morphine. It's almost identical to morphine. So why is it there? It's there when the kids, start to breast milk. God created when the digestion of the kids is not ready for other thing. The only thing kids really wants is mother's milk. Is that right? Same thing with the cow. Cow's milk has a lot of casomorphin because the cows, when they breast milk, they want their kids to have their milk, not the human. Okay? Ironically, they did a 14-week study on cheese. And on cheese, they found out most people that they were vegan mean nothing from animals. They thought, okay, after 14 weeks, what did you guys crave the most? Everybody said hamburger, juicy, steak. Guess what they crave the most? Cheese. And the reason is because cheese actually has addictive substance in it.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's the cheese.
Gluten. Guys, gluten is so bad for you. You know what? One of the things me and my wife, we went on this detox diet. And we kept on it. It wasn't, trust me, I don't care less about weight loss. That's not my thing. Yeah, it's good now. I like it that I lose weight. But the mental energy that is skyrocketed. Because my wife, we didn't want to stay on it. We just want to do 3 weeks detox. But after that, we were so mentally clear that we didn't want to go back. Matter of fact, we did go back. We decided that once a week we just have junk food. And sure enough, Sunday after that, we were like, oh. And that's okay, let's do it once a month. But then once a month came and said, hey, let's do it for Valentine. Valentine came and said, let's go to raw food restaurant. We haven't gone back since. And trust me, this is reverse addiction. You're addicted to high energy because you know what's going to happen if you eat those junk food. Your energy shoots up. And gluten. They actually done a study with the schizophrenic. They took out the gluten out of their diet and 99% cure.
Gluten.
Isn't gluten in all bread?
Thank you very much. So what? And even the one that they cheated just a little bit, they escaped the study and they just had little bread, they went back right to being a schizophrenic.
Wow.
So it shows on those people, but most of us that we haven't bread in our diet, it does lower your mental energy. If you need to do any mental thing, or you're going to job interview, you're going anything, stay away from gluten. I would suggest take the gluten out of your diet. It's killing you.
What else is it in besides bread?
I'm sorry?
What else is it in besides bread?
Cookies, any baked good.
Killing it.
Okay, she's gonna read you a letter written to dairy products.
Kind of like the guy on the video. God, this food sucks. You know, but it really doesn't, and you'll see, and you'll taste it doesn't. But I wanted to read you this letter by the authors of this marvelous recipe book for raw food. This is where we get our recipes these days for what we eat, and it's to dairy. It says, "Dear dairy, what you have suspected so long is true. We have given you the brush off. It's not that we don't love you, but we know what you do to us. You line our intestines with mucus, make it difficult for us to digest, assimilate, and eliminate our foods. You clog our arteries and give us respiratory and heart problems. You make us fat and congested and misplace our trust with slogans such as milk, it does a body good. Who really needs your trademark mustache? Not the majority of Asians, African Americans, and Eastern European Jews who are lactose intolerant. In short, an estimated 60% of society can't tolerate you intestinally, lacking the enzyme to digest your milk sugar. The rest of us get sluggish and fatigued when we consume you. From this standpoint, it makes sense since humans were not designed to process dairy products in the first place, particularly pasteurized dairy. After all, centuries ago, we had our mothers to nourish us, and those who couldn't for some medical reason or biological reason relied on Dr. Nestle, he of the chocolate family who invented, believe it or not, infant formula. We also don't like what's in you. Low doses of antibiotics, steroids, and hormones that are supposed to keep you free from disease and help you lactate longer, but in fact may cause us illness and resistance to beneficial bacteria in the long run. And then there's what's not in you. All those vitamins and calcium you're supposed to have, green leafy vegetables like broccoli, kale, spinach have so much more, in convincing us that you are the key to avoiding osteoporosis. The nations with the highest intake of dairy, the United States, Sweden, and Finland, also have shown the highest rates of the bone degenerating disease. Why?